And we're here with Gail Doyle O'Rourke, a teacher at the Campbell Center, and she teaches memoir writing, which, I'm sorry, that just gets me right in there, right off the bat right there. So tell me about writing our memoirs and why that's healthy.
Well, it's just so important to get on paper. I mean, people like me, our grandparents didn't do that, and it's just so sad not to know more about their lives, and particularly since I lived in Hawaii and they lived in Kansas, and in those days people didn't travel much, but it's just important to get what you've done in your life on paper so that your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren will know more about life.
Now, you guys wrote a book as a class. Go ahead and tell me about that.
Okay, it's called Our Memoir Collection, Everybody Has a Story, and that is so true, and it's just little brief things from all the students that were in that particular class, and we got it published, and we done a book signing and done lots of things, but it just, and everybody just, all the students just loved it and had a great time passing it on to their families. And many of the people are writing their stories for their family. But today, the memoir seems to be the novel of the 21st century, and everybody's writing memoirs. There are lots of people, famous people and not so famous, but it's amazing how many of these students have stories that I have said, you need to try and get a publisher to get this published for more than just your family.
So when we're talking, you said this is almost like therapy for people when they sit down at 70, 80, 90 and start writing these things down. Why is that?
I think it's because it brings back up what has happened in their life, and sometimes really difficult situations that they've had, whether parents died very young or divorced or something like that, and how they had to deal with these difficult situations. And to put it on paper, it's almost like letting it go. And it just has made such a difference. I'm getting goosebumps just even talking about it. Yeah. It's just absolutely amazing, and everybody seems to enjoy it. Several of the students have taken the class all 5 years, and they just keep coming back because they keep having more to write about and just really enjoying it.
Gail, does it solidify or almost make it more real when we put something on paper?
Yes, definitely. And several of my students have had their books published, and their families have been just so delighted. And it really does make it more real, not only for you, the writer, but also for your family, our friends. And
let me ask you this too: why is it important as we age to do it our own way?
It's just, this is your truth. I mean, it's funny, we've had sometimes people that their sister has read what they wrote and they said, well, that's not the way I remember it at all. But this is your story and your version of what happened. And some of them have even said that they're glad their parents have died because they didn't want their parents to read it. And some of them have, I mean, again, life has changed so much. I know that there's one student who married a black man. She's white, and she married a black man way back when, and her family disowned her, and she moved to another area and raised her family and her children that are half black, and had a wonderful life. But it was very difficult to have something like that happen in your life.
So is it important as we just in life, actually, to be around people in community?
Oh, definitely. And that's another thing that Campbell Senior Center gives people the opportunity to do that and take classes like this and other classes too. So.
Do you think people, when they're together writing like that, it's so personal that you are really, you're finding a family there?
Oh, amen. That is definitely true. And we have, many of us, become very close, and I certainly do feel like it's my family. I just love it, and I keep teaching because I enjoy it. I mean, I'm old enough that I could stay home and do nothing, but I just really thoroughly enjoy it. And it's so interesting too, because my husband and his mother-in-law from his wife, who passed away from cancer, have been taking the class every single time too. So, I mean, it really is family.
Well, thank you for being with us. I appreciate it.
Oh,
and people
it's
can
been
sign up at the
wonderful.
Campbell Center to take your class.
Yes, very definitely.
But look out, it's therapy.
Right.
You're going to learn things about
But
yourself.
it's cheap therapy.
Thanks.
Because the class doesn't cost that much.
Thanks,
So,
Gail.
Thank you.